Hello there! I'm Scotty, and you're not. And sorry for that close-up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the official start of Tubi Horror Weekend 4. Roman numeral, of course. We're starting off with a very interesting pick. Pool Party Massacre. Now, a little backstory as to how I came upon this. It was from Bloodbath and Beyond. They did a horror pack where one of the movies was Pool Party Massacre. And they talked about it. I know that Jay did a reaction to the trailer. I don't know about the movie. I know it's a trailer reaction interview, whatever. But they talked about this and they said the movie was awesome. And they said that, you should check it out. So I saw it on Tubi and thought, okay, I'll start with this one. And I will say, most of the movie, I was not enjoying it. I was just like, what are we doing? Because the pacing in this movie is terrible. You have, the first scene of this is a death of a random lady by her pool. This next door neighbor lady. There are some random kills, just to add kills. There's the lady by the pool. There's a pizza guy, and there's some weird foreign crazy lady who just gets an axe to the head. And I was just, and it does this. The whole thing is that you have the opening kill, and you're introduced to the characters, and then there's the scene of them talking and being the most obnoxious, annoying, bitchy characters you've ever seen. Cut to a kill, go back to bitchy characters for 10 minutes, another kill. 10 minutes, bitchy characters, another kill. And the kills are decent. And there's some decent nudity. I mean, one of them is a porn star. Alexis Adams, I guess, is a porn star. She has her tits out. Gets killed with her tits out. She's a porn star. And there's another nudity scene where this one African-American chick is taking a shower. It was Jasmine or something. And I thought I telegraphed it early on who the killer was, because I thought they were going to... This is an independent movie, so I thought they were going to do some stupid twist. So we're introduced earlier to our characters Blair and Nancy. And Nancy's brother. And just the way he was acting, they're not going to throw it in that he's the killer. It wouldn't make sense to me. And I went through the entire movie thinking it was going to be him. There's also a hint where Blair's like, oh, there's that creepy next door neighbor dude from across the street. He could be a psychopath. And I'm like, okay, obviously that's a red herring. So I spent the whole movie thinking it was going to be Nancy's brother. And brother, was I close but wrong brother? We'll get to that. And the one thing that got me was it's going to be him. But the reason we won't figure out it's him is because the killer is only seen from the lower part down. And it's we see his arms, but he doesn't have tattoos, and the brother does, and that's how we won't know. And then it's the brother, but no, it's not Nancy's brother. He never really comes back into the movie. She texts him from the pizza guy's phone later, for some reason, and she's the final girl, which honestly makes more sense, as she's the more innocent character. But throughout most of this movie until the climax, I was just like, how long? This movie is an hour and 20 minutes, and it feels long. Like I said, the pacing is all wrong. Because there's just so many scenes of them sitting and talking. And then there's a point where it kind of changes. There's this dude that shows up early in the film where it's the brother of the boyfriend, not brothers in this, brother of the boyfriend of one of the girls, that Alexis Adams, porn star chick. When they go into the house to do it, and then they get murdered. And that happens a lot too. Like, oh, they'll go into the house, then they'll get murdered. And it's like they do that so much. Like, first it's the one chick, it's the porn star chick and her boyfriend. They go in, very quickly get done having sex. She's got like a used condom or whatever, and he throws it at her, and she's hanged up. And then he leaves her to go get a beer. I'm like, okay, she's dead. And the killer shows up, cuts her head off, and then boyfriend comes in. And this boyfriend is the stupidest fucking idiot. First, I'm an idiot, and I would think about this first. So, the killer kills the porn star girl, right? And then shuts the door. The boyfriend comes back, because he's hard again, apparently, and walks in, opening the door. Now, before I even would try to open the door, I would stop and go, wait a minute. She's handcuffed. How is the door shut? Something's not right. I'm not going in there. But he walks in, gets killed, because that's how they did it in the old. This is a throwback to 80s horror films, like Summer Party Massacre and stuff like that. But it's this guy's brother that kind of changed. Like, throughout the entire movie, he's trying to hit on these chicks and it's not working. Finally, he decides, I'm going to go in the house and I'm going to pleasure myself. And Blair's like, no, you're not. And eventually, she's like, oh, just go ahead. And from what we learned later, why didn't you just let him go in there anyway? Because that's all that happens, is that someone goes in the house, they get murdered. Next person goes in the house, they get murdered. There's just, it's so repetitive. This dude goes in and he's jerking off, right? We don't see it, but we see him acting like he's jerking off or whatever. So he's going to town on himself. And the killer comes in. And first of all, I thought this was kind of stupid, but like, he has this drill, and it's the loudest fucking drill you've ever heard. How this guy cannot hear the drill coming in from behind him is beyond me. But just as he's about to finish, the drill comes in, and the drill goes through him and goes all over the place, and on the picture of Blair's mom, where he was trying to finish on. So it's almost like the killer blood came. You know what I mean? That's what I was like, okay, that was a pretty cool kill. All the other kills were just generic hack and slash, slit the throat. There is the scene, and this one made me wince because of a personal thing. Takes a hammer, goes through the jaw with the claw of the hammer, and I have personal experiences with the claw of the hammer, because the other day, on Monday, from when I'm recording this, and from when you might be watching it, from when this was uploaded, I should say, I went into the bedroom to pick up my room, and I went to open up the curtain, it's not a curtain, it's a Dallas Cowboys bed sheet, because the curtain thing broke like the first year I was in here. It was already bad. It wasn't really my fault. So I have it nailed to the wall, but I went to open it up, and when I stepped down on the floor, I realized that my hammer was laying there, with the claw side out. And yeah, my right foot hurts now because of it. And so I know the pain, and seeing it go through, it's like, no thank you. But yeah, there's decent kills in this, like I was saying. But like, that one is probably my favorite. Just how it signifies, And from then on in, it gets a little bit better. There's the kill in the shower that really made me go, because the African American chick I mentioned, she spills. Okay, first of all, this one made me kind of roll my eyes a little bit. She spilled alcohol on her, and she's like, I gotta take a shower. After just bitching and complaining about not wanting to get in the pool because she didn't want to get her hair wet. What does she do? She puts her hair up, because women do that. They put their hair up so their hair doesn't get wet, which, okay, why didn't you do that in the pool? And there's a freaking pool outside. Just jump in there. Why you gotta go into the shower and get butt-ass naked other than to show us nudity? Nice tits, by the way. And then she hears the killer come in, but thinks it's the other friend, and says, hey, can you hand me You see if she has a razor. I need to trim up the landing strip. So he takes a weed whacker, sticks it down there, and turns it on. Yeah, he kills her with a weed whacker to the JJ. That's what I was like, okay, this movie's really picking up. But what it really got me is the reveal of the killer because it's so random. So, Blair finally decides I'm going to go in the house and figure out what's going on with these people, right? And you think, oh, she's going to be the final girl, she's going to be the one. Especially since the killer comes up from behind Nancy and hits her in the head with a mallet. And supposedly that's supposed to kill her. I don't know. But the next thing you see is all the bodies are laid out in this room. Blair comes walking in and the body falls on her, the body of the jerk-off guy. And then it's revealed that the killer is her brother, and she's in on it because she wanted all her friends to be killed. Because she's so vain, she wants to be like the most popular, richest person and among her friends, so she had them all killed with her brother doing it. And it's the first time he's killed anyone, so he tried out. That's why he killed the neighbor lady, and then he killed the pizza guy and the weird neighbor lady, which she's fine because she's crazy. And they're gonna blame it on the creepy guy, which is why she pointed it out earlier. But yeah, but surprise, Nancy's not dead. This is the moment where it's like, okay, when they revealed the killer's brother, okay, you don't expect. I was thinking it was going to be Nancy's brother getting revenge for all this, but no, it's Blair's brother, which was a nice twist, I think. And I was like, okay. So then we get the final girl circuit where Nancy gets away, he goes after her, and she stabs him with the machete. And I want to point out earlier when he went to kill with the machete, they had like a mock version of Jason's theme. Yeah. I was like, what? Really? It's supposed to be a spoof, I guess. So it's supposed to be funny. Drew Maverick wanted to. It's like a horror comedy, so I can't really fault it for that. But like these characters, you wanted to see them die, and you did. So yeah, the killer's dead, right? Well, we'll get to that. Blair shows up with an axe, and the two fight, but Blair gets the axe to the head because Nancy runs back into the room for some reason. And one thing I want to point is like the length of time, because when we see the other friend, not the African American chick, but the other one with the fake dye job, with the bad dye job on her hair, she goes in and she sees that the bodies are still laying where they were. One in the bathroom, the jerk-off guy in the bathroom, the couple in the bedroom. But like, all of a sudden, when Blair comes in, they're all just in that one room. How fast did he have to move all those bodies to get them in there? And the pizza guy is the only body that he actually brought into the house. Maybe because he was by the house. I don't know. But, yeah. Yeah. So, Nancy hacks Blair in the head. And like I said before, when she's pretending to be dead, she texts her brother from the pizza guy's phone to call the police. So, he does, but how did he know it was his sister? How did he know where the pizza guy was? It's the pizza guy's phone. So how would he know? It doesn't make any sense. But she goes to leave, and then they do a shing thing as she's leaving. The killer, the brother, Blair's brother, is still alive, even though he got a machete through him. But it's the director, so he is invincible because they're doing a sequel. And I'd be interested in seeing a sequel as long as Nancy is the main character. They don't just say, oh, he's going to kill more people. Because he kept saying, oh, he wants to do this now. He's enjoyed doing it. And he wants to be a killer. So, not just that. He's got to go after her. I don't want it to be just in the first scene, he kills her and it moves on to other people. I want Nancy to be the... If you're listening to this, Drew Marvick, which I know you're not, Nancy needs to be the main character. Just saying. Because I like the actress. She looks like Miranda Cosgrove with the indistinguishable accent. Is she like Hispanic? The accent, I don't know. But I liked her. I'm glad she survived. But that's how the movie ends. Cool song at the end. I thought this was. I'm gonna give it middle of the road because like leading up to the climax, I wasn't into it. I was just like, these bitches need to die because they're annoying the fuck out of me. And then they did die. So like the second half to the last third, I guess, was the best part. So I'm gonna give it middle of the road, but it was enjoyable. So what are your thoughts on Pool Party Massacre? When it comes below, you should like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.